hell? Just got a message from a B. Wayne. Hope you're ready to find out if my Dark Knight rises? The hell could that mean? I'm Batman! Hey Batman fans, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris. We finally have a lot to talk about with this whole The Batman situation. A lot has gone down in the DC universe and we're gonna break down everything, touching upon how the Snyder Cut could, if anything, affect The Batman in 2021, interviews from cast members of the movie revealing the origin of the Batmobile, how much of the Penguin are we exactly gonna get in this movie, that and so much more, guys. So if you're a Bat fanatic, this is the place to be, because I love to do me updates on the Batman. Very excited. So be sure you guys leave me your thoughts down below on all the topics we discussed concerning the Batman. Do you like this origin for the Batmobile? How do you feel about how much the Penguin is in the movie? Your thoughts on the Snyder Cut affecting the film? But also leave a like, guys, because in 2021, we're getting two Batmen, Ben Affleck and Robert Pattinson. It don't matter what side you're on. It's good news for you. Alright, so before we even begin the video, I'm just gonna throw off a couple of things that I get asked endlessly in the comments section concerning this movie. Like, you guys don't pay attention to me, you just doze off when you hit click and then you go do yoga? Alright, so real quick, a couple of things going around that people believe on the internet. No, Robert Pattinson is not fired from the Batman because of the Snyder Cut. Johnny Depp will not be playing the Joker. That rumor was started by a website that just makes up movie news all the time. Heck, the Joker is not even set to make any sort of appearance in this first Batman movie. Also not going to be connected at all to Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. That has been proven by the creators that the two movies will not connect. And yes, Robert Pattinson is working out for the Batman and taking that role very seriously. He just said he was not working out as a joke because Pattinson is a funny man in real life. But if you still choose to believe the opposite of everything I just told you, well, here's your Bat mask for you. Free of charge. Alright, starting off with the news that happened a couple weeks back that Colin Farrell, who's playing the Penguin in the Batman, very excited to see his take. We've already learned from previous updates on my channel that he's going to be wearing prosthetics. He's most likely getting a fat suit, that long nose. Reports have it that he's trying to run for mayor of Gotham and how that will conflict with the Batman's goals. A lot of people are pumped for him, but Colin Farrell just revealed he's not in the movie that much. This is exactly what he had to say about it. I had only started it and I can't wait to get back. The creation of it, the aesthetic of the character has been fun and I really am so excited to get back and explore it. I haven't got that much to do. I have a certain amount in the film. I am not all over it by any means, but there are a couple of some tasty scenes I have in it and my creation and I can't wait to get back. Yeah, I totally feel like it's something that I have not had the opportunity to explore before. It feels original and fun, but I am only at the start of the journey, so I can't wait to get back and really get into it. So there, definitively, the Penguin will not be the main villain. There was still some up in the air about it, people not sure who the main villain of the Batman is. I think this puts it pretty clear that Paul Dano, who is playing the Riddler in the Batman, is going to be front and center as the main villain for this first film. Now that Colin Farrell reveals that he doesn't even have all that much screen time in the Batman, just lets us know that he's a working character in the background, that he's probably being set up for a future movie. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they subvert all expectations and the Penguin actually gets axed off in this movie and we never really see the full realization of that character. I do get excited by what Colin Farrell says where he has some tasty scenes, so that means the scenes that the Penguin is in the movie, he's gonna make his presence known. I just think back to when Danny DeVito bit a man on the nose, or just went crazy with penguins having bombs attached to them. Yeah, if you throw something like that in this movie, I'm definitely gonna be excited. And I want to see this version of the Penguin do some creative things with that umbrella. But even the biggest Penguin lovers of the Batman character will realize this is a good thing, because that means with all the villains that they have in this movie, they're narrowing down their focus and they're making this movie solid, and we're not gonna have a sort of Spider-Man 3 situation or Amazing Spider-Man 2 situation where we just have too many villains taking up the space where it's like, this film is jumbled. Characters will be introduced and be brought back later for future installments. Jumping on to the details about the Batmobile and the origin for it within this Batman universe, we had Jeffrey Wright, who is going to be playing Commissioner Gordon in the Batman, was doing an interview with a radio station, and he dropped a couple of details about the film. One notable thing that he was doing when being interviewed is that now he's being very cautious on whether to address himself as just Gordon or Commissioner Gordon. He did an interview a few weeks back where he referred to himself as Commissioner Gordon, letting a lot of us Batman fans to think, oh, okay, so he's already Commissioner. He's already been promoted. That means he's most likely already working with Batman. But Warner Brothers probably called him up and said, yeah, there's a difference between Commissioner Gordon and just Gordon, so start saying just Gordon, please. Because he clearly says here, I play Gordon. I'll just say that. Yes, I play Jim Gordon. Means to me that we'll also see the evolution of Jim Gordon. From everything we've learned so far about this movie, it's gonna deal with the corruption of Gotham with dirty mayors, dirty cops, dirty political figures, and Batman really trying to expose all of that to Gotham and cleanse the city. By the end of this movie, after all the corrupt police officers, mayor officials, political officers are either buried in the dirt 6 feet under or in jail, I think is when we're gonna see Gordon be promoted to Commissioner, leading to Commissioner Gordon and Batman's infamous tea-spill rooftop meetings that they always do when they get together. But aside from that tidbit, he did confirm the origins of the Batmobile, saying exactly, I read the script for the Batmobile and I was like, yeah, that's it. Saying this film's Batman created the most badass muscle car you could imagine, but it's grounded in Gotham, it's grounded in Americana. In this new Batman world, we didn't know if this Bruce Wayne has a Lucius Fox who was once played by Morgan Freeman to provide him with all this technology, all this Wayne tech. Don't forget, Christian Bale's Batman basically built none of his tech. All of it was experimental stuff done in Wayne Enterprises that he repurposed, colored, and branded for the Batman. With this version of Batman, Robert Pattinson is going to be creating most of all his gadgets, and now we have a confirmation that he built that Batmobile with his own 2 hands. That shouldn't be such a huge surprise. Just looking at the thing, it kind of looks like a regular car with a lot of neat upgrades. I am a big fan of this Batmobile. I dig the look of it, mainly because I am a guy into muscle cars. And now knowing these details, I'm really looking forward to the scenes in this Batman movie where we probably have a montage of Robert Pattinson building everything he wears, uses. The fact also that he says it's badass lets me know we're not just gonna see this thing drive really fast, drifting across Gotham and doing donuts in the parking lot. From the images that were released by Matt Reeves, if you look at the dashboard, there's buttons, there's lights going off. We're gonna see real gadgets going down in this Batmobile, and I think a lot of people are gonna be surprised how this small car can probably do so much damage. That's one thing I think has been lacking a lot in these Batman movies, is he's not that gadget anymore. I think Ben Affleck's Batman used more gadgets in his small part in Suicide Squad than in his roles in Batman vs Superman or Justice League. And if you're still the type of person who hates this Batmobile and just does not want anything to do with this version of the car, just look at it, man. This thing is a car. It's gonna suffer so much damage. There is no way this Batmobile is surviving by the end of the movie, so you'll get your wish in the next movie where they'll probably upgrade it, a more teched out version for the sequel. Jump into the last bit of news, how the whole Snyder Cut situation is gonna be affecting the Batman in 2021. The short answer, it won't. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty excited to see the Snyder Cut. It's really cool that we're gonna see Zack Snyder's vision come to life. I really dug Ben Affleck's version of Batman, especially in Batman vs Superman, and I always thought the character he played in Joss Whedon's Justice League was a completely different character. Very lighthearted, very jokey. Just the part where he tells Superman, I don't not like you. Batman would never say that. But the stuff he does in Batman vs Superman, that is Bruce Wayne. And I think Zack Snyder had a real handle on the character. So the fact that we're going to see 2 really well done versions of Batman come next year, with Ben Affleck releasing in the Snyder Cut and then Robert Pattinson releasing his new interpretation of Batman, It's just such an amazing year. There's no reason for you guys to choose sides, start fighting, creating a toxic fan base. We are getting spoiled rotten with this announcement, and we should just all be celebrating. People don't want to hear this, but Ben Affleck has said multiple times that he just lost his passion for playing the character, and it was his decision to not make his own version of a Batman movie and to not do more sequels.
I sort of had my fill of that. They said, do you want to direct and star in like a solo Batman movie? I found that I had kind of at just some point lost my enthusiasm or passion for it. You know, I was like, this should really be made by somebody for whom it's their wildest dream, you know, come true. And for me, it had become like something different, and it was clear to me that it was time to move on. But I do have some really fond memories, particularly of Batman versus Superman.
He wanted to move on with his life, and I completely respect that. So even if the Snyder Cut is a huge success and people love it, heck, if they like it even more than Matt Reeves' Batman, it's not going to change a thing other than pleasing fans who really wanted to see this work of art done. But then again, I'm just the doofus with the camera and the toys around me. Your opinion is the most important part, so leave your comments down below on everything we just discussed, from the Snyder Cut to the Batmobile origins to the Penguin having a small role. I'm going to be in the comment section also talking with you guys. Be sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.